She mocked my toys until someone else saw the art. So yeah, my girlfriend had been calling my Legos childish so consistently that it eventually stopped landing like an insult and started sounding more like elevator music, background noise, static, whatever. One night, I'm at my dining table, knee-deep in dark gray bricks, sorting them into little containers like a medieval accountant. I'd spent months sourcing pieces for this 6,000 brick fortress I designed myself. Curved battlements, custom arches, even tiny LED torches. Basically my magnum opus made of ABS plastic. Sherlin's on the couch scrolling TikTok. You know normal 26-year-olds don't play with toys, right? Without looking up, I go, you know normal girlfriends don't roast their boyfriend's hobby every time they see it, right? She sighed dramatically. On the shelves behind me were my architectural builds, Guggenheim, Falling Water, Sydney Opera House, each wired with lights like I was running a tiny underground museum. She never cared. It was all just plastic. I don't get why you waste money on this stuff, she said, grabbing her purse. I'm going to Rachel's. Her boyfriend has normal hobbies. Door slam. Silence. Just me and the clink-clink of bricks. A couple hours later, the great hall was finally taking shape when there was a knock. I opened the door and it's Susanna, Sherlin's roommate, holding a bottle of wine like this was a social call. Hey, Sherlin said you were working on something huge. Can I see? Before I can say anything, she walks in, spots the castle, and her jaw just drops. Holy crap, you made this? I awkwardly explain the curved walls and defensive angles, and the working drawbridge like I'm giving a TED talk in sweatpants. She sits on the floor cross-legged like she bought front row tickets. Explain everything, she says, so I do. I show her the instruction booklet I drew myself. Diagrams, part lists, building notes. She flips through it like it's priceless. This is professional, she says. My boss paid someone to make a scale model of our office lobby, and it wasn't even close to this. We ended up building together. She followed my instruction, asked actual questions, laughed when she messed up, and didn't once call it childish. At some point, she asks, does Sherlin ever build with you? I hesitated. She thinks it's embarrassing. Susanna frowned. Mocking something that takes this much talent? That's what's embarrassing. And that's, weirdly, when the front door opened. Sherlin walked in, saw the castle, the wine, the two of us on the floor, and froze like she'd walked into the wrong apartment. What's going on? Building, Susanna said. Your boyfriend is basically an architect. This castle is insane. Sherlin squinted at her like she was speaking a foreign language. Since when do you care about Legos? Since I saw what he can do, Susanna replied, holding up a piece. This is genius-level stuff. I wanted to melt into the carpet. Sherlin suddenly changed expression, fake sweet, and plopped down next to me. Babe, show me how to help. Instant dread. She immediately started grabbing random bricks and mashing them together like a toddler with bad intentions. Within minutes, she knocked off a section I'd delicately placed. Careful, I said. I am careful, she snapped. God, why are you criticizing me? I'm trying to share your hobby. Susanna gently goes, maybe start with something simpler. I don't need simpler, Sherlin said, hands shaking. Then came the crack. She'd forced together a custom curved window piece I'd imported from Germany. It split clean down the middle like it was trying to escape. I pulled the model back. She shot to her feet. This is stupid anyway, she said. I was trying to be supportive. Susanna held the broken piece like it was a dead bird. This probably cost more than your last manicure, she said quietly, and definitely meant more to him. Sherlin glared, tossed her hair, and stormed out. After the door slammed, the apartment was so quiet it felt like the fridge hum was screaming. I didn't mean to cause drama, Susanna said softly. You didn't, I said, staring at the crack piece. You just made it obvious how long this has been broken. She hesitated at the door. That offer to move in? Not a joke. And at the very least, I owe you dinner. She smiled and left. I sat there turning that cracked window piece in my fingers. 3 weeks to find it. 5 seconds for Sherlin to destroy it. And suddenly it hit me. The castle wasn't the only thing she never cared about. Click the full story to see what happened next.